So imagine this for a second. Dinosaurs never went extinct. Instead, they got domesticated. Yeah, like dogs, but way more dangerous. In this world, one of the most popular pet dinos is called the Ravex 9 velociraptor. It's fast, smart, and honestly, kinda terrifying. But people love it, especially rich people. Owning one isn't just about having a pet, it's a flex, a serious one. Like I've made it in life type of flex. These dinos are bred in high-tech facilities, and one of the biggest ones is called Titan breed. That's where all the elites go. You don't just walk in there and buy one. Oh no, you gotta qualify. And that's where things get crazy. First rule, you need at least $300,000 sitting in your bank account. Not assets, not investments, actual cash. And they check it live. If you don't have it, you're out. No second chances. Next, you need to own land. At least half an acre. They'll literally scan your property with drones. Then comes the wild part. They make you go through a simulated dino attack. I'm not even kidding. You're put in a room with hyper-realistic holograms. If you panic too much, you fail. That means no dinosaur for you. You also have to sign a legal contract saying you're responsible for anything your dino does. Damage, injuries, everything. And yeah, you need insurance. Expensive insurance. Like thousands per month. This isn't a pet. It's a responsibility on another level. Once you pass all that, they take you inside the main facility. And trust me, it's insane. You'll see different types of dinosaurs, each with their own name and series. There's the Herbix 12 mini triceratops, super chill and beginner-friendly. Then there's the Carnex Prime young T-Rex, which is basically for millionaires with nerves of steel. Every dino has a digital profile. You can see its behavior, diet, mood patterns, everything. You can even interact with them, but under supervision. There are security teams everywhere. These things are still wild at the end of the day. You can hear them breathing, feel the ground shake. That's when it hits you. This is real. Now let's talk money. A Ravex 9 velociraptor? That'll cost you around $75,000 to $150,000 depending on training. A mini triceratops? Around $40,000. And a young T-Rex? Easily over $500,000. And yeah, you pay up front, no financing. After payment, you get an official ownership certificate with biometric data. Basically impossible to fake. Then comes a mandatory 3-day training program. They teach you everything: feeding, handling aggression, reading behavior. A lot of people actually fail here. Because this isn't like owning a dog. This is a survival-level responsibility. Delivery day is a whole event. Your dinosaur gets transported in something called a Dino Hall X9 carrier. It's like a military-grade armored truck. Inside, there's a reinforced containment unit. Temperature-controlled, stress sensors. If the dino freaks out, the system releases calming pheromones. Yeah, it's that advanced. There's also a full-team escort, trainers, security, sometimes even police. For bigger dinos, deliveries happen at night. Roads get cleared. It's serious business. Shipping alone can cost up to $3,000 to $10,000. But hey, if you're already buying a dinosaur, what's a few extra thousand, right? Once your dino arrives, you can't just let it roam free. You need a proper enclosure. For a Ravex 9, you're looking at least a 30 by 30 foot space. Reinforced steel walls, ground padding, surveillance cameras everywhere, motion sensors, alarm systems. If it escapes, authorities get notified instantly. Yeah, it's that strict. If your setup doesn't meet the requirements, they can take your dinosaur away. No joke. Feeding your dinosaur is a whole routine, and honestly, it's not something you can mess around with. A Ravex 9 eats about 10 to 12 pounds of meat every single day, and yeah, it has to be fresh. We're talking high-quality cuts, chicken, beef, sometimes even specially farmed prey. And here's the thing. Once a week, you're required to give it live prey. I know, sounds intense, but it's to keep its hunting instincts sharp. You don't just throw the food in there either. There's a process. You wear protective gear, use feeding tools, and keep a safe distance at all times. If your timing is off, even by a couple hours, the Ravex9 can get irritated. And when it's irritated, it becomes unpredictable. Some owners have reported aggressive pacing, loud screeching, even attempts to break through barriers. That's why feeding schedules are locked in like a military routine. On top of that, you've got supplements, protein boosters, bone strength formulas, and hydration mixes added to their water. Every meal is basically planned like a professional athlete's diet. And yeah, this alone can cost you over $2,000 a month. Now here's the part nobody expects: dinosaur waste. Sounds gross, right? But in this world, it's actually valuable. Like, really valuable. Ravex9 waste is packed with nutrients that you just don't find in regular fertilizer. We're talking super high nitrogen levels, rare organic compounds, stuff that makes plants grow insanely fast. Urban farmers love it. Greenhouse businesses will literally line up to buy it from you. Some owners even have contracts with agricultural companies. A single week's worth of waste can bring in a few $100s. And if you scale that over time, it actually offsets a chunk of your maintenance costs. But you can't just scoop it up and sell it. There's a process. You have to store it in sealed containers, treat it to remove harmful bacteria, and then package it properly. Some people go even further and convert it into biogas. Yeah, energy. From dinosaur waste. There are full systems installed in some homes that turn it into usable fuel. So, in a weird way, your dinosaur isn't just a pet. It's also a walking resource generator. A lot of people also use Ravex9 dinosaurs for security, and honestly, they might be the most effective guard animals ever. These things can detect movement from crazy distances. Their hearing is insanely sharp, and their sense of smell, even better. If someone steps onto your property at night, your Ravex9 already knows. It'll start pacing, focusing, locking on to the direction of the movement. And if it sees a threat, it doesn't bark like a dog. It goes silent. That's actually the scary part. Then suddenly, boom, it reacts. Most intruders don't even get close enough to try anything. Just the idea of a trained velociraptor on the property is enough to scare people off. But here's the catch. You need proper control. Because if your dinosaur misidentifies a threat, things can go bad fast. That's why owners invest in advanced training programs. Voice commands, signal recognition, boundary awareness. Without that, you're not running security. You're running a risk. Over time, something interesting starts to happen. You actually build a connection with your dinosaur. And yeah, it sounds crazy, but it's real. The Ravex9 starts recognizing your voice, your movement, even your presence. It reacts differently when you're around. Some owners say their dinosaur becomes calmer, more responsive, almost attached. You'll notice small things, like how it lowers its posture when you approach, or how it follows you with its eyes without showing aggression. That's trust. But don't get it twisted. This isn't a golden retriever. This is still a predator. That instinct never fully goes away. Even the most trained Ravex9 can snap under the wrong conditions. Stress, hunger, sudden noise. That's why experienced owners always say the same thing. Respect the animal, no matter how comfortable you get. Because the moment you forget what it really is, that's when mistakes happen. Owning a dinosaur automatically puts you in a different league socially. I'm not even exaggerating. There are private communities just for dino owners. Exclusive events, meetups, showcases. Think luxury car meets, but with dinosaurs. People compare species, training levels, even behavior stats. There are competitions for obedience, speed, and responsiveness. Some Ravex9s are trained to complete obstacle courses. Others are judged on discipline and control. It's a whole culture, and yeah, there's definitely some flexing going on. Who has the rarest species, who spent the most, who has the best trained dino. It's wild, But at the same time, it creates a network. Owners share tips, experiences, even warnings. Because at the end of the day, only other dino owners truly understand what this lifestyle is like. Of course, not everything is perfect. There have been incidents, serious ones, escaped dinosaurs, property damage, even injuries. Some cities have had to go into emergency lockdown because a large species got loose, and when that happens, it's chaos. That's why the government keeps tightening regulations. Surprise inspections, stricter permits, higher insurance requirements. If your setup isn't up to standard, they won't hesitate to take your dinosaur away. And once it's gone, you're not getting it back. There are also tracking systems required by law. Every dinosaur has to be registered and monitored, because one mistake doesn't just affect you, it can affect an entire neighborhood. Technology has stepped in to make things more manageable. Most dinosaurs now come with embedded GPS trackers. You can literally track them from your phone. There are also behavior monitoring systems that analyze movement patterns and detect stress levels. If something seems off, you get an alert instantly. Some owners even install automated feeding systems that release food at scheduled times. There are mobile apps where you can check everything: heart rate, activity levels, feeding logs. It's like having a smart home, but for a dinosaur. And for high-end owners, there are even neural control devices that help calm aggressive behavior. It's not mind control or anything, but it helps regulate extreme reactions. Still, no amount of tech replaces proper handling. Despite all the risks, people keep buying them. And honestly, it's easy to see why. There's nothing else like it. Owning a dinosaur feels unreal. It's powerful, rare, and just insane in the best way possible. Every time you walk into your backyard and see a living, breathing velociraptor, it hits you. This is something people used to only see in movies. And now it's real. That feeling, you can't really replicate it with anything else. Not cars, not houses, not even luxury pets. This is on a whole different level. At the end of the day, owning a dinosaur isn't just about having money. It's about responsibility, discipline, and honestly, courage. Because you're choosing to live with something unpredictable, something powerful, something that demands respect every single day. But if you can handle it, if you can truly manage it, then you're part of a world most people will never experience. A world where the past didn't stay buried. A world where dinosaurs walk beside humans again. And yeah, that's not just rare, that's legendary.